Hey, this is Uncle Lazy. You listen to The Barn. The Barn.
Hi, and welcome to The Barn. Live from The Barn Studios, you got the Mox and Melissa here, and we're joined online right now with a special guest, stand-up comedian, podcaster, actor, a little bit of everything. Uncle Laser, how are you, man?
Man, living right by the Lord.
Yeah, and I guess I should have added to that the single mother slayer, right?
Yeah, well, for now, but I might have met a lady, but we'll see. It's summer and it's early, so we'll see.
Well, that's what I was going to ask is what's the crop like out on the road? But if you got a lady, we can't talk about those things.
That's what I'm saying. I keep it hush hush. Can't kiss and tell. Gentleman never does.
Absolutely. How's the road treating you, though?
Oh, it's wild. I'm probably gonna end up dead in a hotel in Nebraska at 46, face down in a Motel 6 with Tom Bodette hanging in the closet. It's gonna be amazing. No, it's a great time. It's been wild, but it's a lot of fun.
Man, this past year has really, I'm guessing, I'm assuming that it's really changed a lot of things for you. The popularity is, I mean, just as crazy as it gets. How have you been able to adapt to some of that?
Mm, I mean, look, I past 12 years of my life, I was drilling holes in the ground in 120-degree heat in the middle of the damn desert. So, like, people want to come up and take pictures, and that's not a job to me. It's fun, man. I thoroughly enjoy it. I don't really. I mean, if I'm like trying to hang out, you know what I'm saying, like with a lady or something, like I don't need somebody, breathing down my neck. But other than that, it's super tight, man. I really like it.
Do you think that blue collar background has helped you with your comedy?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, 80% of the country is blue collar. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of this cancel culture. I don't know. I just go up there and try to have a good time. I don't try to, I don't pick a side because we're all in it. We're all in knee deep shit over here. We're done. So.
Yeah, and I guess what I mean by that is like the work ethic that's attached to coming in and putting in, 40, 50 hours a week in a trade. And I think you worked some oil rigs back in the day as well. So like that work ethic, does that carry over to, now you're creating art, in a sense. Stand-up comedy is an art form. So do you sort of bring that work ethic with you, and do you feel like it's helped some of your success?
Yeah, I mean it's a different type of work, right? It's more a mental sharpness, and like now everything I see, I just start writing. I just like write it out in my head or on my phone or something, and go back and revisit it later. So it's just living, and goofy shit happens. I'm like, hey, I can make that funny, you know?
Absolutely. And no, like a lot of your comedy comes from your personal experience, right? But also like observations, right? You just observe crazy things that happen and you talk about it.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, yeah, it's like the other day, this boy had this jacked up Jeep on like 8-inch lift, lime green. It would hurt my eyes to look at. It's jacked up 38-inch tires and it's 2-wheel drive. I'm like, what are you doing, dude? He's like, it's got power windows. I was like, well, cool. Whenever you get stuck in the mud, a Subaru can pull you out. I mean, Jesus Christ, bud, what are you doing?
He didn't read he didn't read the manual to the man thing, right?
No, dude. It's like,
You're gonna have a truck like that. You better be able to haul something.
I mean, if you're gonna have all the bells and whistles, you better have some ass to carry yourself down the line.
Hey,
How you doing, darling? How's she doing over there? She ain't said a word yet. What's going on over there?
Oh, I'm doing great.
Hell yeah. What's your favorite color?
Oh, geez.
What's your horoscope? Let's just go there. See if we're compatible.
I'm a Cancer.
Oh shit, my mom's a Cancer. Nah, we're not compatible.
Sorry.
No, you can't go with the same one as the mom, right?
Mm-mm.
Well, from what I'm told, guys like to look for their mom. So,
well, in some places,
I'm just saying.
not everyone.
Yeah, I'm not trying to bump into her with a hard on. You know what I'm saying?
Let's not do that.
Uncle Laser here on the Barn. We're excited. We're looking forward to Wednesday, August 28th at the Helium Comedy Club in St. Louis. You're gonna be there, man, live and in person on a Wednesday too. How did that happen?
They just tell me where to go and book it, and I just got to show up. It's pretty simple. I like it. Wednesdays can be kind of hard, middle of the week shit, but it's a party, and then we'll probably go out PBR or somewhere afterwards and just tear it down, have a good old time.
You've been in St. Louis before, it sounds like.
Yeah, I performed at the Funny Bone there about a
Okay.
year and a half ago, like when I first started uh, out there. And yeah, it's cool. And then we went to Cardinals game. Shit's good. I like it out there. It's a beautiful city.
Yeah, we love our town here. You've seen the crowds. I guess they've increased since maybe the last time you've been in St. Louis, or at least you're expecting that. I'm sure that's exciting to see as an up and comer.
Yeah, it's one less thing you got to worry about. I mean, I can't wait to get to the point where you just post a flyer and boom, it's sold out. It ain't like that, well, at least not yet, you know. But it's fun. It's growing. Crowds are growing every time I go to different states and stuff. So it's cool to see the trajectory and the growth of it. Like after putting in the work and shit, and then see it kind of like, okay, I'm supposed to be here.
We kind of joked about the cancel culture thing, but your comedy's edgy, right? And even on Kill Tony, I think some R words came out that maybe some people were offended by. Are you ever worried about that? Because it's such a sensitive culture right now. To me, and I'm speaking for myself here, comedy is the one sacred place. Comedy is the one thing that I think shouldn't be touched. But does that ever enter your mind when you're, writing bits or even on stage?
Well, I mean, look, comedy is kind of like the last freedom of speech, so to say, right? But look, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. If you're an asshole and you're trying to be mean and be hateful towards somebody and just be bigot, you're an asshole. Like, don't like that's when people should have a problem. But listen, I rode the short bus to elementary school because we lived so far out in the country that it was easier on gas. We'd make the long bus late. So I'm gonna say the word retard. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna do that. I mean, I had to ride that bumpy ass bastard. So, but like I said, it's just I don't direct anything hateful or spiteful towards anybody. I'm going to shit on everybody, and that includes myself.
Yeah, totally agree. Totally agree with that. When you were, where were some of your like comedic influences, I guess, when you started developing a sense that you wanted to be in comedy? Who are some people that you look up to?
I mean, honestly, you know what I like get a lot of that shit from is when we go over Thanksgiving or Christmas at my grandmama's house, and my daddy and all his brothers that be playing cards and shit and just talking one. I mean, just lighting each other up on insults, and I'm just like, this is poetic. And then, but if I had to say, I like a physical comedy, kind of like Chris Farley. That was who I liked a lot. I know he's not a stand up comic, but I kind of like stuff like that.
What are some of the challenges that you've faced, with the career on the rise, if anything?
Well, man, like when you kind of get thrust into it all of a sudden, and you're not really kind of ready for it, people are always going to remember you when you weren't shit, like when you weren't good. Because I look back at some of the older stuff and I'm like, God damn, I was awful. How did people even let me do shows? And then, so some people will always view like that. You'll never be able to change their minds. But I just keep the nose to the grindstone and just try to get better every day.
The art of the ball busting is an art, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm like you, like even with my buddies, like if I want to show you, this is maybe the man way of showing love. If I really want to show you that I like you or that you're my friend, it we're to that point that I start busting your balls and I expect it back, right? And
Yeah.
Kill Tony is exactly that. And I know that really skyrocketed your career. And you're down in Austin now, right?
Yeah. I'm living out here now.
So you got some legendary performances. And how's the scene down there? Obviously, it seems like it's exploding with the scene down there. And Texas and comedy wasn't always a thing, but now it seems like the hot spot.
Yeah, it's the epicenter for sure. I mean, there's nothing but straight killers down here. You can go in a 10-block radius and hit 6 different spots. So you can get better out here, but it's also getting competitive too because more people are moving here to get stage time. So, but yeah, it's the place to be if you really want to. If you got the grit, you can make it happen out here.
We'll let you get out of here in just a second. Any funny, know your buddies with William Montgomery, Cam, Casey Rocket, all those guys, all the Kill Tony guys. Any funny stories about any of those guys that you want to get on air?
I probably shouldn't say, but me and Cam, sometimes we like to take a couple mushrooms, go to the spirit world together. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And we've had some pretty cool ass trips before, but I won't get in and divulge that boy's business.
Well, we'd love to talk to Cam at some point. So, yeah, if you could put in the good word for us. This is The Barn, and we're joined here with Uncle Laser. And he's going to be coming into town Wednesday, August 28th at the Helium Comedy Club in St. Louis. And you can go to UncleLaserComedy.com for all the information. Uncle Laser, we're looking forward to connecting with you when you get into town, man.
All right, man. Thank y'all for having me. It's going to be a grand old time now.
Wednesday, August 28th at Helium Comedy Club in St. Louis. Uncle Laser, thanks so much, man.
Thank you. Hide your moms.